What is up YouTube, how are you guys doing? Welcome to a brand new video on my channel. Now there is something special about today's video. Well, not something special about the video, but in general there is something special about today. Today is the 26th of March. Now for you that don't know me very well, today is my birthday. Yay! And in today's video I thought we'd do something quite basic but quite fun. And for that I'm going to need one object. I'm going to need myself a binder. Here it is. My Sword and Shield Pokemon binder. I do use a Volt X one. This is actually, let me just show you quickly. So this binder, if you can see it correctly without too much light on it, is quite different. Most binders are usually 3 cards across, but this is actually 4. And what is great about this binder is, instead of putting the cards in topside, you can actually pull the cards out sideways so they don't get as much dust in there. And it keeps your cards safe. But anyway, less about that. What we're actually here to talk about today is my top 10 cards from my Sword and Shield binder collection. Now you lot haven't actually seen me open all of the cards that are in this binder. So what I thought we'd do today is go through my top 10 and just show you what are my favourites. So here we are. Here's the mat. I don't really like using this mat because everyone seems to use this mat in the Pokemon community, so I am getting a new one. Hopefully I've got one for my birthday. But yeah, so let's just jump straight into it. Number 10 on my list in my Sword and Shield collection, and we have started off with a banger. Holo Gengar. Now, there's a lot more than just the card style I like of this card. Basically, it was one of the OG Gen 1 Pokemon. Now, I remember this Pokemon like crazy. I think most people's favourite Pokemon was Gengar in Gen 1, apart from the starters. But I remember always seeing this smile, always seeing these eyes everywhere. There was a lot of t-shirts made that just had the eyes and that. But in general, just a really cool Pokemon, really solidates how good Gen 1 was, and this artwork just captures it. Look at the way that holo is, and bearing in mind this is in a sleeve as well, look at the shine. I just think Sword and Shield have done a great job displaying how cool and old school and how much menace this Pokemon really has. So that will be number 10. Number 9 in my collection, another Gen 1 Pokemon. Now, the reason this is so high up in my list is because, again, Gen 1, I am pretty old school. I love the Gen 1 style Pokemon. You know, it resonates with me. This was when I started collecting Pokemon. But in general, this was one of my favourite Gen 1 Pokemons, as the light has gone out, which I do apologise about. Yeah, it was one of my favourite Gen 1 Pokemons purely because of how cute it was. I remember Brock used to have a Vulpix, and I was always like, man, why can't Ash get one of these? But this card is just a beautiful looking card. The Pokemon looks super cute, and that's why it's number 9 in my list. Now number 8. Number 8 is a completely different style card, is Sudowoodo. Now this Pokemon was a Gen 2 Pokemon, I do believe. I'm pretty sure it was Gen 2. One of my favourites actually, again, and you're probably going to start noticing a theme that a lot of the Pokemon cards or Pokemon I enjoy are the derpy style Pokemon, and this Pokemon in general, this card from Sword and Shield captures how derpy Sudowoodo really is. Look at the way it just sits there with its hand up in the air. It's got like three spores in it. It's just like so blank. So Sudowoodo definitely up there in my collection, and I just think it's such a cool looking card. If this was a holo, oh, it would be so cool. On to card number 7. We actually have the first V card in the collection. Now, most of you probably would have thought all my 10 cards would have been V cards, rainbows, secret rares, full arts, but it's actually not. Again, Keldeo, a great looking Pokemon. I love the colours, the cuteness of this Pokemon again. You know, it's very strange that I'm going to be saying that a lot this video, but just how stylistic it looks. I mean, this card does more than enough for this Pokemon, but in general, the Pokemon Keldeo just looks so cool. Now, this is the second form of Keldeo, so there is one that has a smaller horn and is more like a junior Keldeo, I want to say. But this is the more adult form, the evolved form. And again, a mythical Pokemon that just looks really cool and packs a lot of punch for such a small Pokemon, to be honest. On to Pokemon 6. The sixth card in my collection, one of my favourites, Hitmonchan. The artwork is incredible, really detailed artwork. But the problem with this is number 6 in my favourite cards out of the Sword and Shield collection, purely because of number 5 in the collection. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan together. A beautiful set of cards. And what really tops this off for me is in the background you can see, obviously in Hitmonchan's one you can see Hitmonlee, and in Hitmonlee's one you can actually see Hitmonchan. So these two cards, as cool as they are and as Gen 1 as they are, you could actually only get one in the Gen 1 games, if I'm not mistaken. I think you get to choose one of the Pokemon from beating a gym leader, if I am correct. But these cards just look so cool together. And reverse holos, even cooler. I wish these actually had holo cards. So that was 6 and 5. We now move on to card number 4. Now card number 4 is just your bog standard potion card. Now I know this is weird because this shouldn't really rank as high, but again, just bringing me back to the first generation Pokemon. There was a potion card in the Gen 1 set, the first edition set, in all the first sets, and it was incredible. When I first saw this card in the collection, I was just like, wow, am I opening base sets again? Obviously it's a lot more polished up and it looks a lot like cleaner, the CGI effects on it, but it just brought me back and I was just like, this card is incredible. You know, and that's something Pokemon is really good at, bringing everyone back to their childhood and making sure that everyone, you know, enjoys that again, that you don't have to give that up just because you're getting older, as I say that as I turn 30 today. Then we have number 3 in my collection. Now this Pokemon card, I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is about Copperaja in this collection. I just don't know. I love the way the Pokemon looks. I absolutely love it. I love the holo design on the card. I haven't even caught one in the Sword and Shield game, but this card, every time I get it, no matter how many times I get this holo, I don't even care. I'm like, that's another one to the collection. I love it to bits. And obviously with the new collection on Sword and Shield coming out, there is actually going to be a V Copperaja and a VMAX full art, which I am stoked about. I don't really care too much about the majority of the other VMAXs, but Copperaja V and VMAX will be on my top wanted list for the new collection. So a strange pick, but Copperaja holo. On to number 2. Now number 2 is a full art VMAX Snorlax. Now this card has a lot of cool meanings for me. I love the card in general. The artwork's really cool. This Pokemon is a pain in the butt in what's it called, raids on Sword and Shield. So yeah, it's just a pain in the butt. But basically what it is me and my daughter, she's only like 3.5, we open these cards together. She loves Pokemon now, and her favourite artwork is the Snorlax and the VMAX version. And what actually happened, it is a Gigantamax, sorry, Snorlax VMAX Gigantamax. What actually happened was she really wanted to open a set of Pokemon cards one day, and just one booster pack, and basically I didn't have enough because I was meant to be recording the video for this channel when I needed about 12 packs, so I only had 12. But what I actually done is I gave in because she's so cute, and you know, you always give in. I said go on and open it, and she picked the Snorlax VMAX Gigantamax artwork on the pack and actually pulled it, and she was like, look Dad, I've got you something really cool, look after it, make sure you put it in your binder. So that's why this is number 2 in the collection, but it's just a cool card in general. Obviously, sorry if I'm getting a bit too soppy for you guys there, but you know, if you've got this far in the video, you want to know why they're my top 10 cards. And then number 1 in the collection, pulled in my very first video, is my first ever full art Rainbow Secret Rare from the collection, and it just looks incredible. Morpeko would have actually been in my top 10 had I had the V card, the V original. that would have actually made 2 appearances. But this card is spectacular. I got so hyped when I actually pulled this, so I loved it to bits. And you know, it's just such a cool, cute looking Pokemon, fun card, you know, and that's what Pokemon is for me, a load of fun. I make these videos for fun because I want to collect all the cards again, and this is like the epitome of fun in the Sword and Shield collection. I think Morpeko, kind of a troll style Pokemon, but also a Pokemon that can do some work in the actual game as well. And the card's not too bad as well. The card actually does, this attack does 20 damage to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon as well. So it's a really cool attack, and you know, just a cool looking card. But that is my top 10. Now hopefully you guys did enjoy that. It's something I've been wanting to do. I've got a book here full of ideas. Now obviously I'm showing you the blank page, but there is pages on pages here full of video ideas, and this is something I just wanted to get done. Obviously it is my birthday today, so it would mean the world if you actually subscribe to this channel, like the video and shared it with your friends. Try and get this video as much traction as possible. And let me know your top 10 Pokemon cards, or top 10 Pokemon in general. If you'd like to see more of this style video, maybe more of my binder, my Cosmic Eclipse binder, I got a mixture of cards from different sets that are just not really full sets. If you'd like to see some cards from that collection, then do let me know. But also we have a Discord link down below that I really want you to join. It will let you know when my video goes live, but also we can talk about Pokemon, talk about TCG, and just talk about Pokemon in general. So thank you again. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Yeah, it's time to go eat some birthday cake.